Good evening, everyone. My name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And we believe that we are the solution to the issues in our community. Our theme is Nothing With Us, Without Us. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of 15 youth who from our community whose focus and concern is youth leadership and a voice within the community to reduce senseless violence and illegal substance use. We invite our people from all over to come in and see what we are all about. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. But just to remind you guys, we won't be on next week because it's Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone who's watching. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that is www.cantv.org/live. Well, everyone, I know you noticed my guest on the side of me. I'm going to let her introduce herself in a minute, but her name is Princess. And yeah, I'm going to let her introduce herself in a minute, but this is Princess. Thank you for being a guest on my show tonight.
Okay, thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Again, everyone, I'm Vernisha Jones, and I'm the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and you are watching a live interactive program brought to you by CAN TV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to be discussing Too Good for Violence and ways to help our future leaders. So we're going to get into some conversation and talk about a little things. We're going to talk about the different stuff that's going on in our community and ways that we can help our young people. So I got a few questions for you. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So first question I have, who are you and what is your purpose for existing? And when I'm asking this question, I want you to answer it in a way of speaking a little bit about yourself first, and then you can go into the business side, but I want people to get to know who Princess is as a person.
Okay, my name is Princess True. I'm a prevention youth worker for Fathers Who Care. I am a mother. I have a daughter that's a freshman in college, her first year. I'm a dedicated community activist. I've been working with Fathers Who Care since I was a teenager, to where I was able to come and become a work with kids and be mentors to kids like someone was a mentor for me. I feel like my purpose is to empower youth and give back to the community for people that are less fortunate than us. I feel like it does my heart pride to be able to do that, go out and feed the homeless, things like that. So yeah, I feel like that's my purpose.
That's good. That's good. I feel like the same way. I honestly feel like my purpose in this world is to give back, and it makes me feel good to know that you're doing for people that can't do for themselves. Right. So I feel like that's a big thing. We just gave out some turkeys and stuff to people in the community and stuff. So I feel like that's definitely something that I honor with pride.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what kind of things can we do in our community to engage our young people and save lives? Because as you see, it's a lot of youth deaths going on. It's a lot of young people dying. It's a lot of women dying. So in your opinion, what do you feel that we can do to help our young people and save more lives?
I feel like bring back more social events with youth.
Social as far as?
Back when we were teenagers, they had like Walla Camp, where kids were able to come out and have these events, and they're just having fun. Like, they're listening to music. They might, if they dance, they're dancing. If they sing, they're singing. But it was like all playful fun. It wasn't, this street stuff they have going on. I feel like we need to have more social events, more activities like basketball games, maybe for the boys, kids that's interested in art, more art classes, just more things that the kids are interested in instead of it being nothing and they just run to the streets.
Okay.
Also, I feel like they need to create more programs inside of the schools other than the programs that they have already, because I feel like maybe some of the kids are not interested in what they have in the schools right now, and I feel like they will reach more kids if they bring in programs that the kids are interested in. Like, you guys have I feel like it's just a small circle of things that's in the schools. I feel like they need a more wider range of things during school, because you'll reach more kids because they're at school during the day. So you'll reach them better like that.
And so you basically saying having it during school hours versus having it after school.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like parents might leave their kids for after school, but then some might not, because either they work, they have to get their kids at a certain time, so it don't work with their schedules. So you have some that can, be able to do the after school program, then you have some that can't. And the ones that can't, they can't get involved in what's going on after school.
Okay. I definitely agree with that. We had a little conversation talking about that as far as different ways to help with our young people, and we ain't talk about the part with Wildlife Camp and stuff, but I felt like that, or during that time, having that type of stuff with young people.
It was so fun.
And it was so fun, and it made it to where it had kids, they had something to do. They wasn't just sitting on social media. They wasn't just sitting in their phone, they wasn't just doing that type of stuff and being able to have mess going on social media. It was stuff for the young people to do. So I definitely agree with that. And I also agree with the simple fact of having programs during school hours, because a lot of times, like you said, it's a lot of stuff going on where our young kids you have kids that can't stay after school, kids that probably have to babysit their siblings after school. So it's like having programs like that during school where you have violence prevention programs, drug usage programs, all that type of stuff would definitely do a big thing. And speaking of programs that's going on during schools, can you speak a little bit about the program that you have going on during schools?
Oh, well, okay, yes. I do a program at UCAN and CCA Academy with the 7 challenges, where we talk to teenagers about their substance use, and basically just try to get down to the root of the reason why they feel like they do drugs as often as they do, and the reason why they're surrounded by so much violence, and basically just to be an ear for them, and give them my feedback on how I feel about certain things. Sometimes I feel like I learn more from them. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be teaching them, but to me, I feel like I learn a lot from them. Like, I really enjoy having groups with the kids, because I learn so much from them. Like, sometimes I'll come in there thinking I'm finna give them all this knowledge, but they give me just as much knowledge as well. So I really enjoy it. So yeah.
And so my next question was gonna be, do you feel like it's improvement from it? But you basically just answer it's improvement from having programs during school hours to where you have young people, and you're gonna have them young people because they're in school.
Yes.
Can you tell our audience, what does it mean to empower young people to you? Because everybody have their meanings for what they think empowering young people means. So can you let us know, what do you think it means?
I feel like it means giving them the necessary tools, an opportunity to support and develop a sense of confidence, and that way they're able to become more successful. They're become more stronger. They're not
That sound pretty good.
No, it was something else I had to say, but it just lost me. I lost it when I was. But yeah, I just feel like it's like giving them the necessary tools to, develop, and they're able to become stronger within themselves, and being able to trust and, and what they're capable of.
And just being like a mentee. Mentor, a positive mentee, and even in saying that, when empowering young people, the saying I always say is like, a young person knows when somebody is really there for them versus when somebody not. So being like truly doing the work because you want to do the work, and not just doing it, because it's something that you have to do, because young people know the feeling of a person that's doing it because they truly care about these young people, and people that's doing it just because they have a job to do. So just being more dedicated to the work, and putting yourself, I feel like when it comes to that type of stuff, putting yourself in young people's shoes.
Yes.
Understanding that everybody is not the same, everybody don't come from the same backgrounds, and you have to, when you dealing with young people, you have to really look at the situations and be like, if I was in this predicament, how would I react? Not how you think the more professional setting of a situation would be.
Yeah.
How you would react if you was in this situation. So I feel like just putting yourself in young people's shoes and understanding that everybody comes from different backgrounds, you have to understand that when it comes to dealing with young people, that, it's the whole, you deal with all type of people. So the next question I have is, why is it important to have programs in high-risk communities for young people such as like the West Side, the South Side? Why do you feel like it's a big thing that we have these programs?
I feel like it helps to improve their social skills with them being around, being around other kids, their behavior, their academic self-esteem. Like, I feel like it helps to, make it like better. When you're around a group of kids, you'll notice a kid that's always by themselves versus a kid that's around people like social. That's very social. They're able to share. They're able to share advice and stuff like that. And then you have those kids that are just like to themselves. I feel like it's better to put kids in social settings so that when they get into the real world, they know how it is. Because you're not going to be somewhere where it's only going to be you, or even workspace, school, all of that. You're going to have to be social in some kind of sense.
And be around somebody.
Yeah. In some kind of sense, you have to be social. So, I feel like it really helps to improve their social skills, their behavior, academic, just a wide range of things.
Okay. So.
And also.
Okay.
Just keeping them off the streets. That's the main thing. I feel like that's the main thing that is the reason why it's important to have programs. Those programs keep them off the streets for that little 2 hours, 3 hours.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, it makes a difference. So
it makes a difference.
I feel like that's the main thing. Keep them off the streets.
Okay. I definitely agree. I ain't even got no comeback to come with that because I agree with everything that she just said as far as, having programs inside of the high-risk communities. The only thing when I think about that is just like, that's why we need so many programs because of so much stuff going on with like the gang violence and the territorial stuff going on where it's like you can't go in this area and you can't go in that area. So therefore, if it ain't no program in your area and you fear to go in this area, it makes it difficult for you to want change if you can't find stuff. So that's why I stress more programs becoming, we're getting more programs in the community because of situations like this, or getting more programs in schools because of situations like this, because if they're in a school, they're in a safe space. So I feel like we're going to keep pushing to continue getting our violence prevention programs, our legal substance use programs, and all this inside of these schools, okay? Mm-hmm. So the next question I have, how long have you been educating, mentoring, and empowering young people? And I know you said you learned a lot, but now I want to know, tell me a few things you have learned from these young people, like honestly.
Okay, so I have been mentoring well over 10 years. Mm-hmm. And what I've learned from them, mainly from my groups that I do at these schools, to listen more. Most of the kids, like when I speak with them, their main thing is having someone that actively listens to them. Like, they feel like most adults listen to judge them in a sense instead of listening to them to understand what they have going on. Like, most of my boys, they feel like, if you come past them, you'll just automatically assume like they're this rough kid and stereotype them like they're this rough kid and they just don't care about life. But a lot of time they have like a story behind the way they are. Like, this world, this society makes them, put them in a box already. So they already have a guard up, and I feel like they have a lot to say. So that's one thing I learned from them. They have a lot to say, but they just need somebody to be able to listen to them and not judge them. So like in our groups, the main thing is listening to understand them, not listening to judge you and tell you, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, because at the end of the day, I'm not in your shoes. I don't know. Yeah.
I just need you to help me with better ways to cope from it, not tell me not to do it.
Right. So, I don't know what you have going on daily. So it's not for me to be like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Yes, I would rather for you not, but I'm not going to, you know, beat you up about it. Like, I feel like it's an open conversation, and that's what the kids need. I don't feel like they respond to adults that judge them well. So they don't want to have groups
They shut down.
Yeah, they don't want to have groups with adults that they feel like are judging them. They'll just ignore you. You won't get nothing out of them. I get more out of them when I ask them, you know, about different things that they have going on. So I feel like I learn a lot from them. I think I said that earlier. I feel like I learned a lot from them. I'll be there to teach them, but I learned so much from them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like she said, as far as the just being, and I speak on that a lot when it comes to my show, as far as just being where the kids can talk to you and not feel like they getting judged with everything that they say to you. Even when it comes to parents and stuff, feeling like I can talk to you and it's not like I'm saying something to you and I'm getting judged. Yeah, of course, I want you to say how you feel and I want you to tell me the truth, but at the same time, I don't want it to feel like I'm being looked down at because I'm telling you what I'm going through or how I'm feeling or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that's what a lot of our young people are going through. And like I said, as far as the being in a situation where it's like you feeling like if a person care or not, it's the way you talk to a person. It's the demeanor you have when you having a conversation with a person. So if you're sitting there and it's looking like you're not really caring about what a young person is talking about, they notice that type of stuff, and it will definitely show with the responses they give you versus how she said when she talked to her young people and they're willing to open up and let her know what's going on and how they feel and stuff like that. It's all about how you come to young people. Mm-hmm. And so the next question, I want to ask you what services. So talking about, you talked about the schools that you got going on, the programs that you got at the schools, and of course to be in them programs you have to go to the schools, which is UCAN and CCA. Mm-hmm. But what other programs do you have that our young people could get involved? You could actually, as y'all can clearly see, we are both from
Yeah, so we work for Fathers Who Care. We have a drop-in program at Fathers Who Care for ages 12 through 24, mm-hmm. Where we offer mentoring just to get out the streets. So it's mainly the same kind of thing. Like, it's open to if you want to talk about anything you have going on. If it's about anger, like your anger, you want to talk about that, we do PowerPoints about stuff like that. Every Thursday we have a Zoom that we talk about different topics that young people want to talk about. And we make sure we focus on, like, the main things: anger, bullying, mm-hmm. violence, substance use, whatever you can think about. Whatever these kids want to talk about, we make sure we talk about it. And we're researching it, and we're doing PowerPoints to, you know, point out the main details of what we feel like they need to hear, and they give us their input about how they feel about it, how they feel like social media is a main thing with
everything. It's the pinpoint of everything.
Yeah, so we do have them programs. Yes, hopefully we have more programs coming up, but yes, Fathers Who Care does have a drop-in program for youth right now. So,
and for those who don't know, Fathers Who Care is not a school, we're an agency. And so the drop-in program is not, anybody can come. As long as you're between the ages of 13 through 24. 12 through 24, you can come in. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so, like she said, we have an open space where you can come in if you need somebody to talk to, if you need references for certain stuff, because we don't do everything, but we definitely have references if you need help with certain things, and just an open space for
community service hours as well.
So we just an open space for different stuff, and if we can't do it for you, we definitely can, reach out a hand to help you for people that can do it for you. So if anybody is interested in anything that we're talking about, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821. And you can ask for either me, Vernisha, or you can ask for Princess. Miss Vernisha or Miss Princess. So the next question I have, when did you know you wanted to work in the field of education with young people? Or was it like something that was not even pushed on you, like something that you grew into, like?
Okay, so when I was younger, I knew I wanted to work with something with kids, but not necessarily in this exact work.
Field, okay.
Yeah, so I feel like when we became teenagers and we were around the work, and then going to events and seeing how I feel like
impactful you could be.
Yeah, like we go to the homeless and we go do the Toys for Tots for kids, stuff like that. It'd be how happy the kids be to see that you giving them this stuff. It's just something about it. It just makes you happy for people to receive things, and it became like something that I love to do. And then the mentoring part came years later, but like I said, I enjoy the youth, learning from them. Like, I'm getting older, I like to listen to what they have to say because, like I said, I do have kids. So me hearing from teenagers, and I have teenagers, it actually helps me. I feel like parent better.
Deal with them, yeah.
Yeah, it helps me parent better because.
But then I feel like it make you see stuff from a whole different standpoint versus like we said the conversation as far as like if you talking to your child and it's something you're dealing with your child, you looking at it as a mama's point of view. But if you talking to somebody that's the same age, it's like okay, now I see what because I probably ain't let my child get all that out, but now I see where it's coming from and how.
And my boys will definitely like share with me some stuff because they're like 16, 17, 18. And I have a 16-year-old. They'll share with me stuff, and I'll be like, "Wait, that's what?" And then they'll be like, "Yeah, check your son with this." And I'll be like, "Okay." So I really enjoyed that. So, I feel like it was just being around it. When I grew up, I knew I wanted to do some work while I was around kids, but I think growing into it and being around it so much, it just became like the norm.
Yeah.
And then I enjoy talking to the youth and seeing how they feel about day-to-day life. So,
I feel the same way. Like she said, it grew up on me. I knew I wanted to do business. I knew I wanted to work in social work. Didn't know exactly what it was I wanted to do, but at the same time, I knew I wanted to help people. I always been like an open hand with helping people and just wanting to see other people smile. So it's like it just went hand in hand, and then just being able to help younger people, and then knowing that it's young people that look up to me, and from my nieces and nephews and stuff like that, knowing that young people look up to me, it just pushed me more to be like. I want to help more young people if I know that I can have a positive input on people's lives. Mm-hmm. And so if you're just now tuning in, my guest on tonight's show is Princess True. Thank you. I really appreciate you for coming on the show tonight and just expressing, all the information that you have about our young people and just getting, the information out about these youth groups that we need to get in our community. The topic tonight was talking about Too Good for Violence and ways to help our future leaders. Can you tell our audience just something? My saying, what I always say is the sky's the limit. If it's somebody watching that just need any type of words of encouragement, something that you came upon, can you just let our audience know if it's somebody watching that needs some encouragement? I threw that one on her, y'all.
I would say, be mindful of people's feelings and live in the present.
That's a good one. Cause I can say, that's a good one because like me, I personally have a struggle with living in not the present, but living in thinking about the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be so, and it'd be like I can't enjoy what's going on in the present because my man said I'm trying to think about what could happen tomorrow, but life is so short. You have to live in the present to enjoy life and enjoy what's going on at the moment.
At the present moment, because you never know. So.
Definitely. And so I would like to thank our viewers for watching. And like I said, we have our drop-in program where young people can come out and Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have an open space. If you need to contact us for any information, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821. And once again, reminder, we will not be on air next week. It's Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to all the families. And for the ones that won't be able to celebrate, my deepest prayers to you, and I know it would be a lot of, you can actually call us because it would be a lot of people giving out turkeys and a lot of people doing food drives and stuff like that. So if you can call us at 773-287-5821, I'm pretty sure we could get you some information for people that's giving out food if you are less fortunate. But thank you everyone, and see you next time. Same station, same time. Bye.